Hello, I'm Aiden, welcome back to my channel. It's time for more Polybridge 3 today. Should be a brand new map awaiting us and some brand new triangles to build. We finished the last of Lava Lagoon last episode. I'm tempted to go to Vaulty Towers next. It says it's generic and jump type levels, and I'm notably bad at jump type levels. Especially in Polybridge 2, I was terrible at those. But the only way to get better is to do them, right? So, I think it's plausible. Stupid buggy. I hated these in Polybridge 2. It was my own fault, I just simply wasn't good enough. But now I'm epic and cool, so I think this dude's fast. I just have to make sure 18,000. 18,000 is not a lot, but I don't think I need a lot. I think I just have to get the angle right. If he's flying off this way, flies off this way, get the star, and hopefully make it all the way over is the goal. Because dude's going pretty fast. So if I get the angle right, he should just be able to get over in one fell swoop pretty breezily. So I want to... The fact that there's a little notch here is pretty irritating, because I was going to do a cheeky wall brace. But that seems like it's not going to pan out for me due to that notch. I'll find a way. I'll find a way to make it work. I always do. But like... How terrible. How terrible. I do have money, though. I've got money to spend. I could do a muscle. Check this out. Is this gonna work? I have no idea. Wait, do I even... Wait. No one told me I could phase through the ground. Like, I can't put the node through the ground, but I can put the wood through the ground. Which is cool. I mean, it makes my life easier. Considering how cheap this is, I think it's gonna break because of how much force the dude's gonna be hitting it with. I bet with this angle here, there's gonna be a little clunking, and it's probably gonna break my bridge. But it's worth a shot. It's worth a shot. I know it'll hold itself. Yeah, okay. So it did indeed break from the kerclunking. Weird camera angle. I don't know what the hell was happening with that. And also it didn't make the jump fully, which I'm guessing either means my angle is bad, like I was fearing, or the bridge simply broke before he got launched off. I can always change the angle of the bridge, though. I'm gonna try and get away with a wooden muscle, because those are provably cheaper than steel. Uh-oh. Yo, first of all, I love how this level looks. Bunch of rooftops, very cute balconies. Oh, this guy's got a cactus on there. That's kind of cute. I like the level design of these a lot. I didn't realize there was rivers down there. For some reason, I thought he would like plummet down and then like explode. But I don't know if Polybridge really fucks with explosions like that. I'm gonna see if I can just change the angle of the dangle a little bit, because the bridge held, which is important to note. And being so low on budget is kind of nice. Shucks, dude. Oh, rip again. Okay, so the angle is not quite good enough. If I raise it a little more, I'm probably weakening the bridge. Dang. Dang. Does this mean... Because there's no nodes. There's no nodes on this side, so they don't... I figure they're not expecting me to build anything over here, and I'm not sure how I would anyway. So I fear I may have to add another road piece and smooth out the angle a little bit so he continues, or he keeps his speed pretty high through the jump. And I'm not sure if that's something I'm going to be able to get away with without destroying the bridge entirely, but I'm gonna try. If I do that and that and that, it's smoother. I just don't want him to jump over the star, but I want him to have enough oomph that he makes it to the final flag. And with the extra weight of another road piece, I'm worrying now that this wooden muscle is not gonna be enough. Definitely higher on the budget scale. Holds itself. Damn. Okay. Can I get away with it twice? Can I get away with being a cheeky little fellow twice in a row? Is my question. Double, back-to-back muscles. You freak. Oh, well. That's unfortunate. Shucks. Gotta break out the steel this early in this map. Are you sharding on my face? Dog. Double dog. Double dog dare you to actually fucking stand, stupid bridge. Are you telling me? Because the bridge broke, right? The bridge broke, first and foremost. That is what it is. But the buggy didn't make it. The buggy again didn't make it. So... Unreal, brother man. What? I can't speed him up anymore. 14 speed, 10 acceleration, 10 horsepower. How do I make this smoother? Like, the angle's fine, he gets the star, he's just short. He's just short. Can I just raise it up a little bit? Is that all it needs? Broseph. Okay, let's... I feel like I'm losing my damn mind. You see? This is why. Oh, thank God. Top 50% is the goal, though. Well, oh man. Wow. Top 7%, no fucking way, dude. Yo. I bet, yeah, some people did this for crazy low stress. Thankfully, I'm not doing a low stress run. People did it for sub 10% stress is crazy. That's super crazy. Happy to be top 7% though. That is quite a feat. That is quite a feat. I was literally just about to go on a tirade, a diatribe, a monologue on like, this is why I said I'm not good at buggy levels. Because the angle, it takes so much finagling. And then it just worked. And then immediately my attitude changed. Let's see what other people did though. I did it for 76 hunch. Let's see, 3 thou. Oh, really now? Okay, so this bridge is made by MJ Steiner 06. Did it for 33 hunch. Nearly broke. That's super efficient. Using the road to make a muscle. And then just the tiniest wall brace made out of steel. This construction on the pillar, though, looks like just a wooden rope, but then a touch of road to collide with the car, and that gives dude just enough height with his speed. That tiny bump, that's crazy. So not actually building a full ramp to clear it all, but a small enough ramp to get on the pillar, and then the tiniest little... Dude, that's nuts. That's ingenious. I would never have thought of that. I would never have thought of that. But they did it for half the cost of mine. That's pretty notable. This person, that's kind of a lower stress run. Whoa, they did a little slow-mo. That's kind of cute. Clean landing, though. I'll give you that. My fellow, this is made by CA Cowgirl 26. My car did not have a clean landing. That dude kind of tumbled at the end. Sub 60% stress is pretty solid. I don't think, like, they're getting the top leaderboard for low stress, but that is super notable, especially considering they were still under budget. Huge steel supports. That's interesting, too. That the jump, okay, so the jump kind of started flat and then immediately went higher, which I'm guessing seemed to help their angle of attack for the flight. But these huge steel supports, we've got this massive triangle here, and then essentially just massive trusses made out of steel going to every road bit except the last, which is held on by a rope from an earlier node. That's pretty creative. I don't think I would have thought to do that. Seemingly it helps with stress. Their stress was super low. Good camera behavior there. The little stress, the stress of the slow-mo, like, oh my gosh, is it gonna make it? Pretty epic, though. Do we have one kind of in the middle? 9,000. Uh-oh. But did someone just leave it in super slow-mo the whole way? Listen, I was giving praise to the last person for their usage of slow-mo. I'm not inviting you to use slow-mo the whole time. At least we get a good look at the bridge. They zoomed in for us. So nice steel. Oh, look at this. Look at that. I've used a couple trapezoids in my time too. That is a hearty trapezoid right there. Very nice. But yeah, massive steel support from the bottom node, or the wall node. 1, 2, 3, 4. They went with 5 road pieces. And then just regular old trusses. This is kind of it's kind of an interesting little rat's nest design. I've made a few of those myself. Super clean. Once again, the road almost starts off parallel with the roof over there. Very clean. Oh, are we going to tumble forward? Ruh-roh. Oh, Mr. Man. Oh! He would have stuck the landing. The video cut off there, but he would have stuck the landing. He was recovering at the end. Very epic. It's a nice bridge. No notes. That's just a nice looking bridge. I've made a couple like that in my day. The usage of trapezoids and little rat nests of just wood everywhere. New Heights is the second one. Doesn't look like a jump is necessary. We have unlimited road. That boy heavy. Oh, that boy heavy. 20 mass. And the dude goes slow. Well, now this will be interesting. This will be interessante, that is for sure. Damn. It's quite the length. I'm tempted. I think I want to do trusses underneath. For the fact that, well, actually, I do have rope and cable. I could do a little cable stay, which could be kind of a cute idea. Maybe I could. I have like 2 different ideas in my mind. I do have 70K to play around with. I like the cable stay idea. I haven't made one of those bridges in a while. But let me start here. I'll start with my original idea of trusses underneath. And then maybe, because I've got the money to spend, even if I am going for like a top 50% run, which of course I am, I still think I could do a cable stay idea, which I kind of like. The unfortunate part, this bridge isn't necessarily symmetrical, which is kind of whack. Or at least it won't be fully symmetrical because this side of the wall has the notch, like the last one did, and this side doesn't, which means the wall braces are going to be slightly different. I'm doing this all wood, which I fear is just not gonna hold. But if I do a cheeky little support, maybe to there, could be kind of fun. Copy, flippy, droppy. Just under half budget. I sincerely believe this will not hold, but I like how it looks. So let's just pretend. Yeah, see, isn't that nice? It didn't work, clearly, but it was a nice thought. It's the thought that counts, truly. And, style points. Didn't work, but style points. I'll give myself that. So, the cable stay not strong enough, because that's kind of a sharp angle, or a very acute angle in between here. So it's not super strong, as if like the rope were to start from like up here and go down there. But that clearly wouldn't work unless I build a completely different support. So what I could do is I could build additional support on either side. Ruh-roh. Like this. I'm adding weight to the bridge, which I understand is not ideal. But oh, it's too far away. But I think the extra support given will be logical? Perhaps? Maybe? Could do a little, well, maybe not. Maybe that's okay. That piece of wood is not gonna make it. I'm calling that already. That doesn't look super strong. I'm gonna admit that right now. Copy flippy regardless. Drop that bad puppy in there. That doesn't look very strong. I'm now over half budget, and I'm keeping the cable stay idea just because I like it. The extra wooden supports... God, the truck is so heavy. Yeah. Damn, no kidding. No kidding. The rope is not strong enough. I wonder if I could improve, if I go straight up, if I can, approximately 90 degrees. Actually, let me see. I want to try this out. I can use rope to tension the rope. I use the rope to tension the rope, and it could be stronger because now this angle here is less acute than this angle here. And let's see. So that's 54 hunch. That's 57 hunch. So ideally it's stronger, Don't quote me on that. Ideally, it's stronger, but it is cheaper also. Do that help? This hefty fellow. Why is there a hefty fellow on a rooftop? Beats the hell out of me. Okay, I'm just gonna switch these guys to cable. Cable's expensive. It's just a touch pricier than steel, I believe. Is this side gonna break too? Yeah. That's unfortunate. But the idea is working. The idea is working. I'm 30 grand under budget. Slightly over half. But I wanted to make something cable stay. I haven't used cables, I think, this whole game. Oh, she works! It's a nice looking bridge, too. I'm happy with that. That's super nice. Did I achieve my goal? Woo! Let's go, chat. That's so clean. Top 30% is pretty epic. Ooh, that looks fun. If we can find that in the gallery, that'd be kind of fun to find. But yeah, happy with that entirely. Sub 90% in the end. So, that's crazy. That's always crazy to me looking at the low stress leaderboards. Which, hey, I made top half in the low stress leaderboards too. That's kind of an accomplishment, right? People doing it for sub 30% is nuts. And I believe, yeah, under budget only. So they do it within budget and get sub 30% stress. That's the crazy part. That's the crazy part. Hit my goal though. This level lends to a lot of potential creativity though, which I like. So I did it for 40,000. 29. Oh, dude. Okay, E-Penguin with this level. This is nice. So higher stress, clearly. But they saved $10,000, almost $11,000 on my design. That's pretty sweet right there. So under truss, kind of like I did, but the trusses you can see are held together by rope and cable, which are stronger under tension than the wood is that I used for mine. So that's super logical. Couple pieces of steel in here, probably just for extra support near the ends where these longer lengths of rope are. And then just huge wooden muscles. That's nice. That is just clean. That is a very impressive bridge. I like that a lot. Let's see, what are you? Rabid turd? That's righteous, brother. Keep up that great work. That's a very geometrically beautiful looking bridge. That is super nice. So I don't think either side is using a wall node. They're just both wall braces made out of steel. Just road and steel is super fun to look at. The wall brace supports the first piece of road and the arch going all the way over the top. Just geometrically, this is so cool. Symmetrical, perfectly symmetrical, which is logical. I think they did it for under budget. Lower stress, not low stress, but lower stress. That is a cute bridge. That's, man, we got some cool people. We got some cool people playing this game. What are you? Yo, that's neat. Dead Nico making this one. Just one thing to note. One thing to note is I hate when the camera's too far away because I can't zoom in on my side and it makes the bridge look blurry, which is unfortunate because it's a really damn cool looking bridge. So cable stay-ish. It almost looks like they're using a steel rope as the first cable stay. Is this technically a suspension bridge? No. Maybe? There's a nice strong arch, so they did it under budget as well. They probably were just doing it for style points, which thousands of style points for you. You've earned it. A nice steel arch underneath. I think a damn near symmetrical steel arch on top. Wood on the top trusses and It looks like some wood, some steel on the bottom trusses. But then the top arch appears to be cable stayed by a steel rope, which is pretty fascinating. I wouldn't have thought to do that. I wouldn't have thought to do that. That is a righteous looking bridge. Oh god. Okay, here we are. Flying leaps. What? Really? What are you? I only have road and wood? What? Wow. Okay, so dirt bikes with these fellows on top. They both go the same speed. Both have the same acceleration, but they start at different points on this curve here. They go at the same time, it looks like, or a similar time. So I wonder if I'll have to account for their different starting points. Or is this one of those, it's like a thing. There's a design that almost looks like this. It's called like the brachistochrome curve or something, where like no matter where you start on the curve, you'll reach the bottom at the same point in time. I think I saw that in a Vsauce video once. Maybe I'll have to link that in the description. I could be wrong, I could be misremembering, but I think that's what that is. I'm just not sure if that's what this is. Although that would be cool to put in a game about bridges. Totally unnecessary, but very cool. So, my first thought is... Oh shit, oh man. I can barely do a wall brace either. I can do a tiny wall brace, but I can't use the notch in the building like before. That's unfortunate. Ay ay ay. How long am I... We're jumping kind of far and we're jumping up. Okay, so I'm gonna have to really give them some sauce here, I think, to try and make that jump. Oh man, the fact that I can't go underneath is very upsetting. Like, I get it. Every new level's supposed to be a challenge, which I like. Trust me, I like. But then I get so used to doing things the way I know how to do them, and then it's like, damn, like I have to start using my brain again. That's unfortunate. So no steel. No steel. And I'm kind of limited for room if I were to try to implement a wooden muscle. But it appears as if I can probably start trusses small here and then go larger on this far side, because the under support helps somewhat. If I do something like this, that's kind of a little ugly, to be honest. That's a little nicer. If I do something like that, can I get away with a wooden rope? Because I've been able to utilize that in some previous levels. Is it gonna work though? Oh my god, I just realized I'm kind of high on budget too. So maybe I could get rid of a lot of this. Anyway, I want to see if it holds itself first. I may not need the under support if this wooden, because these dudes are light. 1.5, 1.5, these guys are light. So maybe I don't need to stress that much about the stress of it. Oh, yo! Oh, he's dead. Oh, he's dead, bro. Fell below the world. That's a nice way to put it. Green dude jumped on blue dude's head to make it, sacrificing his blue dude, which is hilarious. That's awesome. It's like dumping Yoshi into a pit of lava, playing as Mario. Yo, that was kind of cool. That was kind of cool. Wow, okay. Top 38%. That's still solid. I was pretty worried being high stress that it wasn't going to make it into the top 50. That's still solid. Sub 70% stress isn't bad. Some people did it for sub 20, sub 30, a lot of people. Very impressive nonetheless. But hey, look at that. I'm top 50% on both the stress and budget leaderboards. 2 maps in a row. Pretty epic. Happy with that. Definitely happy with that. I think one of the lighter bridges I've made in a while. 10 mass. Looks like a lot of people, so I did it for 10,100. $81,000? This is the... What the f... Am I going crazy? That's the... Ale hack? Are you telling me you're a hacker? Is that how you got a previous level to show up on this level? Hey, yo, Polybridge 3, what is fucking happening? Why am I seeing last level on this level? Everyone else's is the correct... Oh, wait a minute. So Ale Hack's previous level is on this page. And Ale Hack's current level is also on this page. I am flabbergasted. Is that the first real glitch I'm seeing in this game? That's kind of fascinating, actually. Alright, Ale Hack, we'll give your real level a taste here. Decent landings, lots of flips at the end. The wooden rope, I didn't realize it was so dangly. Which is kind of interesting. I'm curious here, if we look at where they jump off, what is that last piece of road doing? Because it's a nice smooth curve up. 500 bones more expensive than mine. That's just pennies on the grand scheme of things. That's damn near same cost. But this last piece of road, what is it doing? Because it's a smooth curve upright, and then that curves or points away. So if they're catching air getting off this last piece of road, at this point, what is this last piece of road doing? I'm not actually sure. But they got away with building the bridge with no under support, which is notable. 6,000? Wow. Wiki 37 with this build right here. So it does start below, like mine does. It has a cheeky wall brace into the tiniest trusses I've ever seen in my life. And then a wooden rope. 97% stress, and they made it work. That is nuts. That is nuts. I guess I should have figured, too, with them being only 1.5 mass, and they take turns, so they're not on your bridge. Both of them are not on the bridge at the same time, so it literally just has to hold 1.5 mass. That is super optimized. That's excellent. That is an excellent design. This is confusing. Why am I seeing this? What? Someone in the comments, please tell me what. What does that mean? Why? I beg the question. Let's see. I want to find one more. Oh, this one's cheaper than mine too. Okay. So this is by Rayboys 0305. Which is essentially the same design that Ale Hack did. Well, not you. It's the same design that Ale Hack did. But, I mean, low stress, kind of the same stress as mine, sub 70. But nice big tall trusses. No under support at all. And then just clean. The cleanliness of this bridge would make Mr. Clean himself proud. It's clean. It's cheaper than mine. Notably cheaper than mine. A very excellent excellent bridge. Skipper, fuck. The look of this is giving me like post-traumatic stress from the Poly Bridge 2 level where I had to skip things. Which means it's going to wait for next episode. It's a frickin' excellent looking level. I love the level design of all these. Lava Lagoon was pretty cool. This one might be cooler though. I love the rooftop design. Kind of makes sense for like vaulting levels and jumpy levels to be on rooftops like that. Very fun and epic. I am not looking forward to the skipping level, but I will do it. I will power through on the next episode of Poly Bridge 3, of course. If you're enjoying this type of content, smooch that subscribe button. I appreciate you. Bye.